Good morning, students. In last class, we have studied the characteristics of non-metals, definition of non-metals, and in last we have studied the order of electrical conductivity. Order of electrical conductivity of metals. Right. According to our order, silver is most electrical conductive, then copper, then gold, then aluminium, then tungsten, then silver. Right? Similarly, today we see about the order of heat conductivity. Which of the elements are more sensitive towards heat? In this also, Ag is the most heat conductive element, then copper, then aluminium. यहाँ पर Au मिसिंग है एंड लास्ट में एंड lead हमारा लिस्ट. राइट. इसमें इस ऑर्डर में हमें ये 3 एलिमेंट्स करने हैं. अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस ऑर्डर वी हैव दिस मच ऑफ एलिमेंट्स. यहाँ पर डिफरेंस क्या है? देयर इज Au missing in heat conductivity, tungsten missing in heat conductivity. Right. On this basis, now we will do a question. Question is, why cooking vessels and water boilers are generally made up of copper and aluminium. Same as we have studied already in electrical conductivity. Right, copper and aluminium both are good conductor of heat. And similarly for the electricity, both are cheaper than silver. That's why our cooking vessels and water boilers are generally made up of copper and aluminium. So we can write here, because they are cheaper, because they are cheaper than silver, and main thing is that they are good conductor of heat. Talking about heat, so हम heat ही लिखेंगे. Right. Next question is, what is the effect of increasing temperature on electrical conductivity? What is the effect of increasing temperature on electrical conductivity? As you know, in our atom, there are equal positive and equal negative charges are present. जितना पॉजिटिव होता है उतना ही नेगेटिव चार्ज मीन्स electrons are present, right? If we talk about neutral atom, and you all know the reason for electrical conductivity is free ions or electrons movement, right? So electrical conductivity is due to movement of electrons. These are known as electrons, and this positive part is known as kernels. This positive part is known as kernels, right? As we increase the temperature, our system starts vibrating. Both positive charges and these electrons starts vibrating. There is vibration. वाइब्रेशन होगा तो क्या होगा, ये अपनी पोजीशन से डिस्प्लेस होगा. डिस्प्लेस होगा तो ये कहीं ना कहीं इलेक्ट्रॉन की मूवमेंट में एक प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट करेगा, राइट? जैसे इसका वाइब्रेशन हो रहा है. वाइब्रेशन कैसे होता है, ऊपर नीचे. नीचे इलेक्ट्रॉन भी है हमारा, तो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स अपनी जगह वाइब्रेशन कर रहा होगा, इलेक्ट्रॉन की अपनी मूवमेंट चल रही होगी. कहीं ना कहीं इंक्रीजिंग टेम्परेचर की वजह से, उस वाइब्रेशन की वजह से ये पॉजिटिव पार्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन की मूवमेंट को डिक्रीज कर देता है. और जैसे ही इलेक्ट्रॉन की मूवमेंट क्या होगी, डिक्रीज होगी, our electrical conductivity also decrease. So after increasing temperature, both positive and negative parts starts vibrating, right, which inhibit the flow of electron, right? And so our electrical conductivity is due to electron movement. Electron movement is now inhibited by the positive charge, right? So electrical conductivity decreases. So we can write here on heating positively kernels, on heating positive kernels starts vibrating, starts vibrating and inhibit the flow and inhibit the flow of electrons. So conductance decreases. So conductance decreases on heating. So conductance decreases on heating. This is a conceptual question. Conceptual question में क्या होता है, आप लोगों को मेन जो हमसे पूछा गया है उसका मतलब आपको पता होना चाहिए. Right? If you don't know about electrical conductivity, you will not able to give the answer. अगर किसी को इलेक्ट्रिकल कंडक्टिविटी के बारे में पता होगा, that electrical conductivity is due to movement of electrons या movement of free ions, so he or she will can surely give the answer, right? अगर आपको यही नहीं पता होगा कि इलेक्ट्रिकल कंडक्टिविटी होती क्या है, तो आप ये आंसर कभी नहीं दे पाओगे. तो इसे स्टार बना के लिख लो that in metals current flow in metals, current flow due to conduction, or we can say that movement or movement of electron. Right. So this is about electrical conductivity of metals. Now we will talk about the chemical properties of non-metals. Like we have already seen about the chemical properties of metals. In most reactions, metals releases hydrogen gas. Now, in case of chemical properties of non-metals, if we talk about the reaction of non-metals with dilute acids, there will be no reaction. Why this is so? आप लोगों को अच्छे से पता है एसिड क्या काम करता है. एसिड रिलीजेस H पॉजिटिव. क्या करता है? एसिड रिलीजेस H positive. Means any metal or non-metal, any element which is going to react with H positive, that had to supply electrons to H positive to convert into H2. Means इसका रिडक्शन कराना पड़ेगा इसको. लेकिन हमने नॉन मेटल्स की डेफिनेशन में पढ़ा था, नॉन मेटल्स लाइक एफ फ्लोरीन की बात की थी. फ्लोरीन एटॉमिक नंबर 9, कॉन्फ़िगरेशन 27, gains 1 electron and become F negative. उनका खुद का रिडक्शन होता है, वो दूसरों का रिडक्शन नहीं करा सकते. नॉन मेटल्स acts as electron acceptor. That's why they are not able to convert H positive into H2. H positive में H2 का कन्वर्ट करने का मतलब क्या है कि भाई फ्लोरीन को इलेक्ट्रॉन लूज करना पड़ेगा, नॉट इलेक्ट्रॉन एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ेगा. फ्लोरीन को इलेक्ट्रॉन लूज करना पड़ेगा. इलेक्ट्रॉन जो लूज होगा उसे हाइड्रोजन एक्सेप्ट H पॉजिटिव एक्सेप्ट करेगा एंड इट विल कन्वर्ट इनटू H2, जो कि यहाँ पर पॉसिबल नहीं है. तो हम यहाँ पर लिखेंगे that non-metals do not react with water. In water, steam means water version in gaseous form, or dilute acid. हमने जो metals की रिएक्शन देखी थी with water, steam or dilute acid, in every case there is a release of hydrogen. But यहाँ पर ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं होगा. Reason is non-metals behaves as electron acceptors, so they are not able to reduce H positive into H2 gas. The reason is that they act as an electron acceptor and cannot supply and cannot supply electrons to the H positive ions of acids to reduce them to hydrogen gas. But they react with concentrated acids. They readily means slightly react with concentrated acids and convert into oxides or salts. But on heating, readily form oxides or salts. Oxides or salts with concentrated acids. Like we can see the reaction of sulfur with H2SO4. It will convert into SO2 and release H2O means water. बैलेंस करेंगे रिएक्शन को 2 टोटल सल्फर नाउ 3 ऑक्सीजन्स या हाइड्रोजन्स 4 so here 2. Similarly, the reaction of sulfur with nitric acid. This is our sulfuric acid. In concentrated version, in concentrated form, right? Sulfur plus nitric acid, HNO3, concentrated nitric acid. Give rise to H2SO4, give rise to H2SO4 plus 6NO2 plus 2H2 plus 2H2. So this is the reaction of sulfur with nitric acid. Also, like when Cl2 react with NaBr, you already know इस रिएक्शन में होने वाला क्या वाला है. Chlorine displaces Br and it become now NaCl and release of bromine gas. In this reaction, chlorine displaces bromine. Means this is this type of a displacement reaction. So we can say that non-metals also show displacement reaction. Non-metals also show displacement reaction, right? Now we will talk about the reaction of metals and non-metals. उनकी आपस में रिएक्शंस देखेंगे. Reaction between between metals and non-metals. Like from metals, I'll take sodium, and from non-metals, I'll take chlorine. Right? Sodium, atomic number 11, configuration 281. Either it will gain 7 electrons to complete its octet, or will lose 1 electron to complete its octet. So easy task will be to release 1 electron. So sodium will lose 1 electron. In case of chlorine, chlorine atomic number 17, configuration will be 287. In case of chlorine, either chlorine have to gain 1 electron or it will lose 7 electrons. The easy task will be to gain 1 electron. So sodium loses its 1 electron and transfer it to chlorine. After losing that electron, sodium become Na positive and chlorine after gaining electron becomes Cl negative. Becomes Cl negative. Both becomes ions. It's cation. This is anion. Positive charge and negative charge, as you know, attract each other. So there will be attraction. And after attraction, they come close to each other. And there is formation of bond between ions, and that is known as ionic bond. Or we can say that in ionic bond, there is complete transfer of electron. There is complete transfer of electron. Right? There is complete transfer of electron. As one requires electron to complete its octet, and one needs to lose 1 electron to complete its octet. In both the cases, both of the elements completed their octet like this. Right. So we can define the ionic bond as a bond which is formed by complete transfer of electron from one atom to another, from one atom to another atom, so as to complete their octet. Called ionic bond. Right. Second example देखते हैं इसका. Example second is formation of potassium chloride. Potassium and here chloride. Atomic number 19. Configuration will be 288. 1. Right. Atomic number 17, 287. Also similarly here, like sodium, potassium needs to lose 1 electron, and chlorine want to gain 1 electron. So this electron will be transferred here, right? And which electron is this? Valence electron, right? Transferred here, and potassium become K positive, chlorine become Cl negative, or we can write it as simply KCl, right? Example third, if we have to form formation of magnesium chloride, यहाँ पर हम देखेंगे इसका फॉर्मूला क्या बनेगा, कैसे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स गेन होगा, कैसे लूज होगा, इज इम्पोर्टेंट. Magnesium, atomic number 12, configuration will be 282. Magnesium needs to lose 2 electrons to complete its octet, and the atom combining with magnesium is chlorine. Atomic number 17, configuration 2s7. It needs 1 electron, but it needs to lose 2 electrons. तो दूसरा इलेक्ट्रॉन किसको देगा? ऑब्वियस सी बात है, जो यहाँ पर क्लोरीन की जगह कुछ और लिखा ही नहीं हुआ है, तो क्लोरीन को ही देगा. 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है, एक क्लोरीन को दे देगा. कितना इलेक्ट्रॉन्स अभी भी पड़ा है इसके पास? 1 मोर. तो हम एक क्लोरीन और ले आएंगे. एटॉमिक नंबर 17 उसका भी 287. तो एक इलेक्ट्रॉन जाएगा इसको, एक इलेक्ट्रॉन जाएगा इसको, राइट? एंड इट विल बिकम Mg2 positive, right? Or we can write it as Cl negative, or we can write it as MgCl2, MgCl2. Similarly, we can form calcium chloride. Formation of calcium chloride. Calcium, atomic number 20, configuration will be 2882. Atom combining with calcium is chlorine. Atomic number 17, configuration will be 287. Similarly, like magnesium, calcium needs to lose 2 electrons, but chlorine only needs 1 electron. तो हम क्या करेंगे? इसको 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन खोना है, इसको सिर्फ एक ही चाहिए, तो एक तो इसके पास चला जाएगा. कैल्शियम के पास अभी भी एक इलेक्ट्रॉन रह गया, हम एक क्लोरीन और ले आएंगे. एटॉमिक नंबर 17, कॉन्फ़िगरेशन 287. लास्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन या last valence electron will go to another chlorine, and it will become, calcium loses 2 electrons, so will gain 2 positive charge. This chlorine gains 1 electron, Cl negative. This chlorine gains 1 electron, so becomes Cl negative, or we can write it as CaCl2. CaCl2. You can notice one thing from here. In any molecular formula, if it is a neutral molecular formula, there is equal positive negative charges. जितना पॉजिटिव होगा उतना ही नेगेटिव होगा. कभी भी पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव चार्ज का नंबर अलग नहीं होगा in case of a neutral molecule. Like we can see here, 2 positive, so there is also 2 negative. Right? जितना पॉजिटिव उतना ही हमें नेगेटिव चाहिए होता है to form a neutral molecular formula. Right? We can see an example more. Formation of magnesium oxide. Formation of magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide means oxygen. Atomic number 12 configuration will be 282. Atomic number 8 configuration is 26. Needs to lose 2 electrons, needs to gain 2 electrons. So there will be a transfer of these 2 electrons from the valence shell of magnesium to valence shell of oxygen, and it will become loses 2 electrons to Mg2 positive, gains 2 electrons to O2 negative, and becomes MgO. Right. Similarly, formation of calcium oxide. Calcium and oxygen needs to lose 2 electrons to complete its octet, needs to gain 2 electrons to complete its octet. So there is transfer of these 2 electrons from the valence shell of calcium to the valence shell of oxygen. As calcium loses 2 electrons, so it will become Ca2 positive. As oxygen gains 2 electrons, it becomes 2 negative. Or we can write it as CaO. Right. तो हमने आयनिक बॉन्ड देख लिया. अब आयनिक बॉन्ड के बेसिस पर we will going to define bond. That bond होता क्या है? Next question is define bond. Yeah, what is bond? Define bond. Like you can see that आपका जिसके साथ बॉन्ड होता है आप उन सब से बंधे होते हो, और जिनके साथ कोई रिश्ता नहीं होता उनसे बंधे नहीं होते हो. तो बॉन्ड क्या होता है? जैसे कैल्शियम और ऑक्सीजन पहले अकेले अकेले पड़े थे, फिर इनके बीच में बन गया आयनिक बॉन्ड. आयनिक बॉन्ड की वजह से क्या हो गया? ये आपस में बंध गए. इसी तरह जिनके साथ हमारे रिश्ते होते हैं हम उनके साथ बंधे होते हैं, उनके साथ नहीं होते उनके साथ नहीं बंधे होते. राइट. तो बॉन्ड क्या होता है? एक फोर्स होता है जिसकी वजह से हम बंधे होते हैं. इसी तरह यहाँ पर एटम्स कम होल्ड होते हैं एक दूसरे के साथ. So simply we can define that the force which hold atom together within a molecule called bond. एग्जाम्पल आपने देख ही लिया इतने सारे. So these are the examples of ionic bond. In the next lecture, we're going to discuss about the properties of ionic bond. कि ionic bond कैसा होता है. Right? Ionic reactions हमने फर्स्ट चैप्टर में ऑलरेडी देखी है. राइट. तो हम आयनिक बॉन्ड के बारे में फर्दर डिस्कस करेंगे. नाउ इफ एनीबॉडी हैविंग एनी प्रॉब्लम regarding today's topic or any topic about this chapter they can ask. Anybody having any doubt? Hello? Hello, sir? Anybody having any doubt? If mics are not unmuted, they can ask their queries in chat section.